The wealth transfer, what is it? What's this big mystery? What is this that everybody's talking about? Well, I want to explain that to you in this video. But first, you got to realize that there's two wealth transfers that are going on right now. There's one in the natural, and then there's one in the spiritual. And the one that in the natural that's taking place is the largest wealth transfer in the United States history. And that wealth transfer has to do with the baby boomers, those that were born between 1946 and 1964. Those are people that are ages 60 to 78. And those folks have about 84 to 124 trillion dollars, depending on if you look at cash, assets, commodities like gold and silver, and of course, real estate. And that money is going to be transferred to Generation X, which is my generation, people that were born between 1964 and 1978. And some of the Generation Z will get this money as well. It's the largest transfer in our nation's history, and it's taking place right now. And it will take place up to about, experts say, about 1945, if the Lord tarries that long, because that's about when probably the last person that was born in 1946 will probably live until. And so that's the first transfer of wealth that's taking place right now, and that's the transfer of wealth in the natural, and that's why it's a good idea to look at what Generation X people and Generation Z people are investing in, which will most likely be things like crypto, AI, blockchain, which be a lot different than what people in the baby boomer age invested in, because they didn't have these types of technologies. So that's the first transfer you need to be thinking about. And that's trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. And it's taking place now, and it will continue to take place probably to around 1945. But what about the spiritual transfer of wealth? Well, this has to do with Proverbs 13 and 22, and I'll read it to you. It says, "Therefore, the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just." And there's another verse in Ecclesiastes 2:26, and I'll read it. It says, "To the person who pleases him, God gives wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. But to the sinner, he gives the task of gathering and storing up wealth to hand it over to the one who pleases God." Now, some people are going to say, well, isn't money evil? Isn't money like bad? 1 Timothy 6 and 10 says, "For the love of money," not money in and of itself. Ecclesiastes 10:19 says that wine maketh merry, but money answereth all things. There's a verse in Proverbs that says money is a defense. What does defense do? It protects. I'm writing a book right now called 8 Principles to Becoming the Person You Want to Be. And in it, one of the chapters is you are the money that you spend. And I say you can take a person's checkbook and you can look at what they spend money on, and that's really what's important to them. So no, money in and of itself isn't evil. And money was not meant to be for the sinner. Money was meant to be for those whom love the Lord. That's why when God made the earth, he gave it over to Adam, and he said, "Here, Adam, I give you the whole earth and everything in it. You have dominion over it." So the way I explain money is I say that money takes on the personality of the person who has it. It's like if you give this person an ink pen and you give it to them. Some people write some things, some people write other things. You give money to a drug addict, guess what? It's turning into, that's what they're going to use it for. You give money to a believer, well, they may use it to help people. Money takes on the personality of the person that has it, who has it. So what is this wealth transfer about? When, how, and why? When? It's going to happen soon, very soon. It's happening now in some people's lives, but in September, you mark my word, and you come back to this video, it will start rapidly happening. And it will take place from starting in September and to the first of the year, and you're going to see a transfer of wealth into the hands of the righteous. So that's when. How? It's going to happen quickly. For some people, it's going to happen overnight. just like this, and you're going to start getting that money. And why? Well, that's the most important reason why. Why? It's to advance the kingdom. It has nothing to do with having big houses or nice cars or being able to show off. Money was never meant for the sinner. Money takes on the personality of the person who has it. And that's why God's been so hard on us this last year. This has been the toughest financial year of my entire life. I have made less money this last year and had more financial problems in this last year than I've had in probably 25 years, the last 25 years of my life. It has been that difficult, and God's been crushing me, and God's been molding me, and God's been making me, and he's been doing the same for you. And God's been trying to get me out of me so he can get him into me. And he's making me be patient. And he's showing me that it's not about my timing, it's about his timing. It's not about what I want, it's about what he wants. So that's what the wealth transfer is about. It's about one in the natural that has to do with the baby boomers that are transferring trillions of dollars to Generation X and Y. And it has to do with God, who is about to favor his people and give them money so that they can advance the kingdom. And the reason God has put all these ideas in your heart and all these ideas in your mind and all these dreams he's given you and all these prophecies he's given you over the years is because when you get it, when you get the wealth, when it transfers, you'll be able to fulfill those things that you have been wanting to do all your life. And that's going to be a joyous time, because you're going to be doing the work of God, the work of the kingdom. What did he say right here in Ecclesiastes 2:26? But to the sinner, he gives the task of gathering and storing up wealth to hand it over to the one who pleases God. And that's what the wealth transfer is about. I love you. It's coming. Get ready. Share this video. Like, share. Please get this word out. Love you guys.